We are back here, the Stranger Nights show, the late night show, and you're tuned back in. So we got some things that we're going to talk about. We also got a film as usual. So thanks everybody for coming around. And this is the second night doing this, the second show. So everybody's been enjoying it. Thank you very much. All right. Actually, we're going to talk about a product here, not a product sponsorship, but a product spotlight, which would be this, which I have actually no idea how to say the name. Obenorfs, a leather oil right here, which is great if you live in drier climate or just in general for your leather shoes. If you are like me and love your leather shoes and whatnot, this prevents it from cracking and stuff and preserves and somewhat waterproofs the leather. So an excellent product. I get this at the shoe store down there. So good stuff, and it does come with a dauber applicator. So when you open it up, you can get the dauber applicator. I would say with that, a little goes a long way. So I kind of use it a little bit more. I'm really lazy, so I just slather it all over the leather and and just kind of go at it with there. So, but I would say if you use it sparingly, just apply a little bit of it, work it in there. It's probably lasts you a lot longer for a jar like that. But anyway, we got the Michael Myers coffee cup out. So. Fun story. Here we go. Here's one that we got. We had some notes here, but anyway, woman walks into a hardware store. She goes up to the fella in lighting and says, "I need help. I am here to get a light bulb or a light of some sort, a light fixture that goes on the bottom of a driveway, so that when I'm reversing my car, I can see it and not, crash into anything else that I don't want to crash into." But here's the catch, okay? It can't have a switch. It can't have solar power. It can't be hardwired in, and it can't have, it just want it to be out there and it just exists. Okay, so get that in your head. It can't be solar powered. It can't be hardwired. It can't have a switch or anything like that. So, lady, you need a candle. So fun fact, that's actually a true story. That actually did happen. If you can believe that. Crazy, isn't it? So, all right. A movie in question tonight for the show would actually be a really interesting film with Roy Scheider, Meryl Streep. It's called Still of the Night. If looks could kill. If you are a fan of Roy Scheider, like I am, I'm a huge fan of Roy Scheider. I think Roy Scheider was a very underrated actor in the 70s and 80s for sure. Everybody kind of knows him for Jaws, obviously. Jaws is kind of just took over. But if you think about his career before and around that and after that, he did French Connection. He did the Seven Ups, which is excellent movies. Then, of course, Jaws came out. But you got The Sorcerer that came out after it. It was a really good one. The Sorcerer is another, one of those really, you could say, kind of goes back to the same tone as Seven Ups and whatnot, just on a different kind of a level. And then you got Still of the Night, Blue Thunder, and all that. But Still of the Night is just one of those that it's got a Alfred Hitchcock kind of theme to it. He is, and of course they mentioned The Last Embrace, which is another really rare one that's kind of out there. It's hard to find. This one has become somewhat rare. I don't even know if you can pick this up anymore. And also speaking of pickup, 52 pickup it's one of those. I think he tried his hand in kind of a more of an action type of. It almost the 52 pickup had that. Charles Bronson kind of era when he was doing like Murphy's Law, The Mechanic, and all that. Kind of had that vibe to it. But this one here, he's a psychiatrist, Sam Rice, and he's treating a lovely Meryl Streep in it. And he's definitely intrigued and infatuated by Meryl Streep. So he's kind of flirting around with her, and he's involved in this thing, and there's like a murder, I think, that happens. So there's all this going on. Like I said, it's got a very Hitchcock feel because there's this dark house in the end. It keeps going back and forth to it. There's this dark house, and he keeps kind of going back and forth, and there's just some weird thing about it. Some little girl, a teddy bear. There's even a scene where she's got the teddy bear and she pulls the eye out and blood starts coming out. Some really strange images on it. The funniest thing about this whole movie would be, I would say, now if you're familiar with Roy Scheider, it seemed to take place after Jaws, Jaws, and then after. He had a wonderful tan. Roy Scheider's tan was absolutely the most envious of all. He had just this like amazing tan job. So he kind of, and then like, I mean, if you like watch like Jaws 2, the Sorcerer, and Jaws, and you go back and Marathon Man and stuff like that, and you go back and watch like the 7-Ups, I mean, it is like, whoa, what happened to this guy? So whatever he did, obviously amazing stuff. But anyhow, in this, they like put this like really horrible pancake makeup on him. I don't know if they had just like the same makeup for everybody, and they just, because Meryl Streep has got a bunch of makeup on, everybody's got, so it's just like one of those movies where it's like, whoa, like, and you see him and he's just got this like, it's smeared all over, and it's even got on his hands and everything. So it's kind of strange. It's kind of distracting almost in the movie, but all in all, it's a decent movie. Still of the Night, very decent movie. I would say it's worth checking out, especially if you don't like Roy Scheider, you're probably not going to enjoy the movie. But if you like Roy Scheider, that would be one to check out. So anyway, thanks for hanging out at this late night show. We'll see you next time, and we'll talk about more and other interesting things late into Stranger Nights.